Alright, what's going on? Um, Gonna solve this problem, parse a Boolean expression. Mm, so this problem, I think I already know how to solve it, but you just needed two stacks, and that's basically it. I don't think it's particularly hard. The first challenge really is actually converting this to like a token array. Um, So converting it to a token array is annoying because um, string tokens. Also, I didn't say hi. I probably should say hey. Okay. So here we have the tokens array. Um, yeah. So this is part of my pre-processing. So the pre-processing. Why am I pre-processing? Because it's just going to be easier to evaluate. Now here's the problem though. How do you convert this to a thing? Well, there's a way. You can create a string stream object with s, and then you can create an iStream iterator um, called begin, which uses, I think it uses SS, and then you can create an iStream iterator, which is called end, and then all you do is, wait a second. Darn it, I forgot how to do this now. Okay, for auto k and begin C out K. Can I do that? Um, Deduction failed. Maybe this has to be S. I'm not sure. For the iStream iterator. Huh. Hmm. What does an iStream iterator do exactly? I guess is be my question. So it says CN. That's why I thought it could read from this thing. I used it on a problem yesterday. Let me just check my history. Probably this one. Okay, so we create a string stream object. Oh, you have to specify what, um, you have to specify what the class is. So I'm going to create an iStream iterator over a string. Okay. So I just need to specify here that this is a string and that This is a string, and then I think, what was the last step? The last step was just to construct the vector. So you just say vector string tokens begin to end. And then you just iterate through auto k and tokens, and then get rid of this, and then get rid of this, and then run. Okay, so that does a lot of the work for us. Um, I need to write this down so because this is gonna be part of my like techniques. This is a really like 4-line method to split a string with spaces. Um, Now the only thing I have to do is I need to like darn it. It's just, you also want to split it if it's has a um crap. I wish there was like a space between like the open and the closing parentheses. Um, let's see, I'm gonna have to do some Googling. Um, I'll have to. Does this actually work? Okay, and then how do you create like a substring? Um, so the only other trick I need would be to be able to create a substring. So the substring takes in the position 0 and the length of the position. So let's say I want to see out k dot substring for 1. Let's see what that does. Perfect. So that will give me exactly false. So let me write down some notes. So I want to use k string s for string s dot substring 1 works if false or true. It doesn't matter. And then let's see, the other case would be um Uh, what am I doing? Can you do this? What will this do? Okay, so what about this? Nice, so see how it gives you this one? But if you do, oh, why did that not work? -1, it's going to give you true. Okay, so I just need to create the stack. So operand stack, and we're gonna have an operator stack. So basically what we're gonna do is say for string s, not string s, string sub in, or token in tokens. And what we want to do is classify if token is um, uh, so we want to classify, hey, if the token is and or token is or, right? This is an operator. So if it's an operator, we want to do operator stack dot push token. And then else, and then we have the case where we could have like a start parentheses. So if we would start parentheses, it would be like this. We're looking at the beginning. So we say else if token dot begin 0 is equal to this, then operator or token dot begin this is equal to this, and then we push back. Right, actually here, stack dot push string 1 token this. And the last condition, you just push it back to this. If token end, oh, actually, and when you have, oh, I lost my mouse. When you have this one, you also want to do operand stack dot push. Use my notes. This is when it's at the beginning, so we want to do token dot substring 1. Okay. If we have this, we're going to want to do operand stack dot push. Hold on. Yeah, we want to do this before we do anything else. We want to do operand stack dot push. Um, dot push, and we want to push token dot substring 0 to token dot size -1, and we'll just push that one back. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's no reason to push this one back into it. What we're actually going to do is we're going to remove from operator until this case happens. So we say while operator stack dot top doesn't equal to this, we're going to do this. And then at the end, operator stack dot pop, we want to make sure we pop off this thing once it's equal to that. But that's what we do is we get our string op1, which will be operand stack dot top, operand stack dot pop, string op2, operand stack dot top, operand stack dot pop, and we want to do string operator equals operator stack dot top, and we're going to do operator stack dot pop, and then we want to do an evaluation. So we say string evaluation of op1, op2, and operator, and then string op res result, or op3, and then we want to do operand stack dot push op3. And then we want to return and then okay, yeah, so if one more thing I want to do. We want to say while operator stack is not empty, we want to continue to do this. So what is this? This is basically getting my operator, getting my operand, and then pushing this back in. And then we want to return if operand stack dot top equals to true, or I know, return operand stack dot top equals to true, you return true, else false. I guess the operand doesn't have to be strings. It could be booleans for the operand. That's true. So, well, this one needs to be strings. This one could be boolean. So then that means that well, that makes it easier here because all I have to do is return operand stack.top. That changes these though. These should be boolean. I do this 2 times, so I might be able to simplify my code here, and this should be boolean. And I can't just push back this. I have to push back um, get Boolean. So with this one, that's for the operand stack. Here the same thing. To get Boolean, I'm going to create something that will evaluate it to Boolean. And then here, same thing, get Boolean. Okay, so get Boolean will be very simple. It's going to return a Boolean. Get Boolean takes in string Boolean or bool b, and then basically what I say is a return if b is equal to true, return true, else false. Could have done an anonymous function in here if I want to, I guess. Okay, now I need one more function. What's it called? The eval function. So eval is going to return a Boolean as well. And we're going to say eval Boolean so we're going to have a Boolean x, a Boolean y, and then we're going to have a string that's going to be our operator. Alright, so oh, you could have this, but this should work. Yeah. Okay. Should pop an operator stack here. Okay, so the eval will be, so if it's and, so let's write this down. So if it is and, if operator equals the and, find one false. Operator equals the or, find one true. So we're gonna kind of like use the regular lazy operation. So here I'm going to say is a if op is equal to and, we're going to do this, else we're going to do this. So if it's equal to and, what we're going to do is return x and y. Why don't I just do that? Wouldn't that make the most sense? Because I already have them as booleans. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. Return if op is equal to and, return x and y, else return x or y. There's only two possibilities. Alright. Okay, invalid decoration before operator stack. Okay, let's run that. Okay, it says no match for oh, true. So I don't know how it's gonna let me do this, but you have to be looking for till it's equal to the string. So where's this error? 28. It's saying it expects initializer before type specifier. Expected initializer before operator stack. That error doesn't make sense to me. I think I initialized it here. I said this would be a string. Unless I can't use the word operator. Is it possible that I can't use the word operator? It could be that operator's taken. So I'm just changing it to operat. Okay. Oh, right. Operator is what you use when you're overloading operators, like here. So I don't know. This is a, we can redefine overload most of the built-in operators. Function special names with the keyword. So it's like a keyword followed by the symbol. So I guess that's why I can't do that. Let's make sure it works for this one. And let's just make something here. Make sure that I actually segmentation fault. Does this look like an appropriate? Okay, let's see. We're gonna have to identify where the segmentation fault is happening. Something like that. Flush it. The heck? Oh, that's because I didn't do this. I might not even need the flush if I'm doing that. Okay, I do apparently. I don't know why I need to flush, but whatever. I see the problem. Why did I not think of that before? Um, okay, so it's a bit annoying, but basically what we have to do is say I'll do that. Um, okay. So this will deal with the simple cases, and then I just have to say, hey, uh, Make sure this one worked. Good. And if it's true, it should be 1. Okay. So it looks like it's messing up once we get to here. It's possible that I forgot to add to, okay, so there's an or in there. Okay, so it pops out the or. And then we evaluate. Oh, it never evaluates. It's because I haven't added the operand. You need to add the operand first. Sweet. Oh, this is a hard problem. Oh man. Yes. Jesus Christ. Dang. This is a hard problem to just parse everything. Okay. Whew. That's awesome. Okay, I want to clean it up a little bit, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that in this video. So I think this is a very concise way. Oh yeah, I could also do, in terms of capture group, do I need a capture group? It depends. It needs to capture this string B, which will come from when you input. I don't know. Auto eval. Here, I'll try doing without a capture group. and this will do this. So I'm just going to experiment a little bit with a couple of ideas, see if this works. Oh, right, when you add these lambda functions, okay, so maybe I do need a capture group. It didn't actually give me, it didn't make a difference. What's the problem? No match for call to, huh? This one. Do I have to specify what it returns? No match for call to solve string with lambda that takes in a string. I don't know. Hmm. Okay, I'm not 100% certain why it's not working when I'll have to investigate that later. I'm not gonna waste time on that right now. I'm not sure why I can't use lambda functions. It just says no match for call to, I could write that down, this error. And then I'll investigate it later. Okay, the other thing, let's think here. How else could I have done this better? So this is 4 lines to split it with spaces. This is my operator and my operator stack. To be honest, when we have the tokens, it makes sense if part of the pre-processing was, yeah, I think I can make this better. Okay, let's do this. So we make these, no, but here's the thing though. If you have an open parentheses, um, you need to find if there's an open parentheses, and then you need to, I guess, split it. Let me see. Okay, so probably I need to look into um, looking at using some type of lambda function that will be able to do this, or something that is like a find if and iStream iterator. So I have a couple of routes I could go. Just looking real quick. Yeah, so it looks like I might want to use find underscore if built-in function with the iStream underscore iterator, and somehow parse out if there is an open or closed parentheses. So that way when I just initialize the vector, it will initialize it correctly. And then I can ignore some of this stuff. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm kind of scared how long it would take me. And I'm already 45 minutes in. It might take me 15, 30 minutes to learn how to do that. So, but for now, let's look at what else I could improve. So this is, I think, good. Get the operator, get the operand, and then these consider the case if for some reason at the beginning there's for that token there's one of these, and basically we want to keep pushing these into my operator stack and keep incrementing I, and then basically, hey, if at the beginning there was one of these, we need to push back a get boolean for the substring from I to the end, because yeah, that's why we need I to be able to create the appropriate substring and get the boolean. And then j equal 1, I'll just check while it's not in. The purpose of this actually is just to increment j so that I can add to the operand stack what I need to add. Um, and then I have to set j equal to 1 again, because here I'm going to be like using the count of these. And actually, now that I think about it, we're just going to be using the j here. So we're just going to be using while I think j is greater than 0. So if j is 1, should it go into here? If j is 1, it shouldn't. So if j is 2, it should do this. And then we can decrement j. And then basically, yeah, so it's the same thing. It's just realizing that if j is 2, that means that there was at least one of these. If j is 3, that means there was at least two of these. So there's always, so I just want to keep going as long as j is greater than 1. If j is 1, that means there was 0 of these. I didn't increment this at all. And then this right here, this right here is basically, why do I pop here? Oh, I need an extra pop. Um, oh, by the way, why don't I use, just because it's better to, let's see, use these as reference if I'm not going to change them. I don't think I'm changing these. So I'm going to pass them as reference. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but for the string, it's just maybe a little bit, what's wrong? Okay. Actually, I couldn't do that. That's interesting. Can I use this as a constant? Booleans are usually constants. Yeah. I don't know how much it speeds it up, but it's good to tell myself that, hey, these are constants. This shouldn't change in here. This should not be changed. If there is, should be a compiler error. Okay, so then the last thing that I could do is I could, this and this is very similar. The only difference is what's going on here. So I think I'm going to create a function to do that. And this will return nothing. So I would say, what should I call this? Mm, this is when I'm evaluating what's, I don't have a good name for this. I'll just call it work. And pass in this. And then, so this is what it should do. It should pass in a reference to the stack. Boolean, and this should definitely be a reference because it should actually like modify it. And sorry, I named these wrong. This is operator stack. This is operand stack. Okay, and then this checks this. And also I need to check that operator stacked is not empty. So is it an or an and logic? I think it's an and logic. Oh, actually no, it's an or logic. Oh, I see. Okay. Um, yeah, never mind. I have to pass in another boolean to tell me if it's at the end or here because this is different. Here you don't want to stop if it's like this, and here you don't want to stop when it's not empty. So, okay, never mind. Wait, I'm just gonna accept this as a solution. I can look at, I guess, what others did. See, yeah, you can do it like this. You can parse like every single character and whatnot and like move back and forth. I would not want to do it like that. I feel like it's more painful. Is that it? That's the only C++ solution. Let's see, what did he do? So I don't know how many people actually like, I mean, Python, of course, they put it into it. Yeah, he has to pop from the stack. Okay, it looks like he did the same thing as I did, but in Python. Um, oops. I think this is a good solution. This is a good solution, I guess. This is a good solution. Only C++ one. I guess I'll share mine because mine is somewhat different. Okay. I don't want that to be saved in my thing. Alright, so that's it for the video. This is a really good practice problem. Very challenging using stacks. Using basically, what's it called? This kind of like using shunting yard algorithm. But not really thinking about shunting yard algorithm, but I'm using like the principles of shunting yard algorithm with having an operand and operator stack. I don't know if this is reverse polish notation. Well, by using operator and operand stack, I think I'm simulating if I was using reverse polish notation to be able to um, when I'm evaluating. Or my evaluation is in the order of it's using postfix. Okay, anyway, I have to look into that. Alright, so that's it, I guess.